Now, the biggest thing that people hate and leadership team hate, like this is so common, is everybody's like, this meeting could have been an email,
Yeah.
right? Like all leadership teams do is they discuss the heck out of things and never really get to the root of any issues or solve anything. And so I often come out of meetings like, why did we just do that?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I look at the collective brain power in the room and the salaries, I just spent $10,000 on a meeting where we discussed things that are either not important or could have just been an email. And so the way that you solve that, Nick, and the way that I try to solve that with leadership teams is we focus on our priorities. We only meet on what we agreed was the most important things. And then we're spending 60 minutes of our meetings simply talking about issues that are in the way to those specific priorities. So I teach and train leadership teams to bring up big, meaty issues, right? Like if we need to hit 10 million in revenue this quarter and we are clearly off track, let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about what we can do to get that back on track. What's the root of the issue, right? Like, a lot of times leadership teams will put sales is off track. Like that's the issue they're discussing. But if you dig beneath the surface, and I teach this, I'll say, like, is that actually the root issue, guys? Like, why are sales off
Mm-hmm.
track? A lot of teams would say, let's go hire more salespeople, or let's go hire more marketing people, or invest more dollars into marketing people. And then you step back and you dig a little bit deeper and you realize that has nothing to do with the root issue. The root issue is maybe the market turned and our customers are going bankrupt. That's a very different issue to solve than our revenues off track, where you were first going to hire all these salespeople. That wouldn't have changed the fact that your customers are going bankrupt. So maybe we needed to be actually solving the fact that we need a new product offering, or we need to find a way to maybe reprice our products. So I think to reframe what you asked, Nick, people hate meetings, number one, because we're not talking about important things
Mm-hmm.
and they could be updates. So talk about important things, right? Challenge each other to talk about important things. And number two is actually solve real issues. Like don't just give updates. You got to be open and honest as a leader to say, honestly, guys, we're going to miss this goal.
Mm-hmm.
So let's actually talk about it, because most people won't talk about it. They want to be comfortable. They want to stay in their comfort zone. And then what happens is you get to the end of the quarter and you miss your results. And I see that it's a chronic issue within leadership teams. They're afraid to actually address and get to the root of the real issues that are holding them back.